AITA for not comforting my boyfriend after he didn't like my cooking? Earlier in the day, I told my BF that I was going to make mapo tofu, a dish he's never had before. It is one I like a lot. He told me he's never had tofu before, so I was excited for him to try it. Since we have different cultures and different taste, I told him ahead of time that if he didn't end up liking it, he can order out. Not that it matters much, but he's white and I'm Asian. When I was making the food, he comes into the kitchen and tells me, "Taco Bell seems nice right now." To which, I tell him I want him to at least eat some of the food I'm making. When I actually made the food, he seemed sure that he wasn't gonna like it as he told me, "I'll just try a bite of your bowl." And I responded, "Why don't you just get a bowl for yourself?" He responds with, "I told really eat tofu." I was confused because I thought he told me he's never tried it before. When he took a bite he said, "It's good, I just don't like the texture of tofu." So I ate my bowl by myself while he prepared the dog's food. When I'm about to clean up, he asks me, "Are you mad I didn't like it?" I said, "No, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. I made this for us." He said, "At least I tired it. You're making me feel bad. Fine, I'll just eat it." I was thrown aback because I don't want him to feel forced to eat something he doesn't like. So I responded with, "No, it's fine. You can get Taco Bell. I'll just pack this for my sister and I's lunch." He then said, "I'll just eat it, you're making me feel guilty," to which I just shrugged. We then got into a long argument with him saying he expected me to comfort him when he expressed himself feeling guilty after the way I acted / my tone of voice. He said he felt like I was guilty tripping him. I felt like I am not responsible for him feeling that way, just the same way I don't blame him for me feeling disappointed. I just don't know what more there was to say. I told him he's free to get takeout, and that I wasn't mad at him for not liking my dish. Maybe I did have a bad tone, but it might be because I was disappointed. Please help me because I have no idea if I was in the wrong or not. Edit. You all provided me a lot of perspectives, mainly saying I'm not in the wrong, but I made sure to take into consideration the ESH comments as well as the YTA ones, despite there not being many of them. More context I mentioned in the comments, I'm 22 and he's 26, no he's not a child. I would have not made the dish, if I knew he didn't like tofu. Same way I don't cook him dishes that include fish, since he dislikes it. He said some other disrespectful comments like, "Alright, let me try this mama tofu or mabwa tofu before trying it." He was joking, but this could have also affected my mood and I didn't realize it. So after a couple hours after our argument, my BF asks me where I put the leftover mapo tofu and if he can eat it. He didn't say it in a rude or dreading way, but polite and positive manner. I assured him he doesn't need to eat it because I know he doesn't like it. But he clarified that he likes the flavor, just not as much the texture, and that he wants to eat it. He continues to eat while playing on his PC, and only finished about half of his bowl before storing the rest. I can tell he really tried to eat it either because he didn't want it to go to waste or to please me. After a while, I ended up going up to him and apologizing for not taking his feeling into consideration and explained that I wasn't trying to make him feel guilty. Maybe I was being outwardly dreading. I know a lot of you agreed that I was not responsible for how he felt and that it's up to him to regulate his emotions. I still fully agree with this, but also recognize that this is a partnership, and that although I'm not responsible for his feelings, I need to at least recognize them if I want this to work out. He smiled and gave me a hug. He also apologized for reacting the way he did, raising his voice, and escalating the argument. I know a lot of you were telling me to dump him. Even some suspecting I am in an abusive relationship and sending me books related to abusive relationships. I do not blame you all, since I shared a small glance of my relationship in a bad moment. It was not reflective of its entirety. Yeah, he can be immature and manipulate sometimes, but he's a good partner, and most of the time tries to communicate and solve our issues. I thank you all for your concerns, but I am very aware of moments when he is being irrational or trying to manipulate me. And I usually call him out or choose not to take his attempts to divert the situation when he is at fault. I am fully capable of standing up for myself when I need to. I also acknowledge that is only my perspective, which is only half of the situation. I am biased. Thank you all for caring.